I just watched what definitely is the worst software demo I've ever seen. It was horrible. The rep made every mistake in the book. Let's make sure you're not making the same mistakes. Let's make sure your demos and your team's demos are not as bad. Here's what he did. Hey, it's Matt Wolach. I help software leaders understand how to get amazing leads, close those leads really quickly, and build a team so that someone else can do it for you. If you want any of those things, hit the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you'll be notified about all my videos and all my tips, trainings, formulas, and all the good stuff. So hit that now. And I'm on my way to the store right now. I had to run out, but I had to film this real quick. So it was fresh in my mind because I just watched one of the demos of one of my clients' team members. Now, this is something that my clients do. They'll send me videos, they'll send me demo recordings so that I can go through, give feedback, and it really helps them understand how to better position the product, how to better extract the right information out of the prospect, and basically give them a whole worksheet and rundown of exactly what was good, bad, and otherwise. And I've done this thousands of times, both for my own team as well as for my clients. This might be the worst one. You will not believe what happened. Okay, so first of all, when the rep jumped onto the call right away there at the beginning, there was no enthusiasm, and he was just flatline, like, hey, how you doing? Okay, here's what we're going to talk about. There was no enthusiasm. When your prospect jumps on the phone, you have 4 to 7 seconds to really make an impact with them. You need to come with passion. It's so important to bring enthusiasm, because if you don't, they're not going to be very enthusiastic. They're not going to be passionate, and your prospect will only be as passionate as you are about your product. So show the passion, show that enthusiasm, and you'll be amazed at how often your prospects will try to match you at that. It really, really works. Do not get that opportunity lost. Make sure you are enthusiastic. Now, the next thing he did, also very bad, was what he didn't do, actually. He didn't do any discovery. He didn't ask any questions to the prospect. He didn't try to understand what they were going to solve, what they were trying to figure out. None of that. He never figured that out. And so who knows if what he was selling was the right thing? Who knows if that prospect was even good or bad or otherwise? It's unbelievable that he just kind of launched right into pushing his product, talking about how amazing the product was. Please don't do that. Discovery is the most important part of the entire demo. And the demo is the most important part of your entire sales process. So you have to get that right. But you cannot skip discovery. Discovery is absolutely what's going to deliver the right information to you. It's going to tell you if this is the right prospect, if they're a fit, but it's also going to give you an opportunity to get them to understand what they're missing. You've got to get them emotional, and in discovery is where that happens. That's where you can really twist the knife and make sure they understand that their situation right now is really bad. Okay, so do not skip discovery. He went right through it, just started pushing the product. Not a good thing to do. Okay, by the way, if this is helpful, please hit that like button right there. That'll show me this is good stuff. That also helps me spread the word to others. So you're actually helping other people see that. And that way you're going to be helping your fellow community so that they can get better help. Okay, so number 3, the next thing that happened was as he's pushing his product, he's going through the demo. And what I realized was this isn't a demo. This is a training. He was just basically walking through exactly how to use the system step by step. Now, this is an important one because a lot of people make this mistake. We try to train them on how to use the system. But remember, at this point, your prospect doesn't need to know how to use the system. They need to know what it can do. They need to know what it can do for them, what the results are going to be if they use the product. They don't need to know how to use the system at all. There's time for that. There's training for that. There's onboarding for that. Don't teach them how to use the system. Teach them what it can do. Okay, that's number 3. Another thing that happened, this rep lost control of the call to the prospect. This is something that really we can't let happen. This actually happens quite a bit, but they let the prospect take over, and the prospect started to dictate what was going to happen on the call, started to dictate what was going to happen next. Absolutely cannot do that. We need to be in control. We need to be the ones dictating what's going to happen because this prospect has never been through this buying cycle. They don't understand exactly what's with your product, with your services. They don't have any clue. You do. You have seen what has worked and what hasn't worked, and it's you who can dictate what's going to be the right thing to do. Okay, another thing that was really bad, what they did was, as they're giving the price, they gave a price range. And when they gave that price range, it was really hard to understand exactly what it was. There was some extra costs, but really something that a lot of people do, they give that price range. They might say, oh, it's going to be somewhere between $1,000 to $1,500 a month. And when you give a price range, that doesn't help your prospect at all. And it's actually going to hurt your deal. For example, if you say it's $1,000 to $1,500 a month and it ends up being $1,500, then they're going to have the 1,000 in their head and they're going to think it was higher than they wanted. And then if you give 1,000 to 1,500 and it's 1,000, but actually they were thinking it could be 1,500, it turns them off thinking it's too much for us. So either way, it's not going to end up good. Don't give a price range. If you're not sure of the price, set a cost review call. That would happen after the demo, just 10 or 15 minutes where you would have a chance between calls to basically formulate your ideas, put together what the right packaging is, and then deliver it to them verbally. Okay, so make sure that you do not give a price range, actually give exact pricing. And the last thing that this rep did, which I'm sure you are not doing, so please make sure your team is not doing it. What the rep did, they shared this deal would help them reach their quota. No, please don't ever share what your internal motivations are for closing the deal. In fact, your motivation should be obvious that you want to help them. It shouldn't matter about your quota. It shouldn't matter about your commission. The worst thing we can do is make the prospect feel like we're only trying to close them to make a buck. If they think that, they're going to run away. They're not going to trust you. They won't believe that your motivations are aligned with theirs. They're not going to think you have their best interest at heart because you don't. So make sure that you are talking about how you can help them, how this is great for them because they're going to get better, they're going to improve, not how you're going to make your quota, or you're going to make commission, or your baby needs to eat, or whatever. None of that is good. You do not want to come off as salesy. It'll look really bad if you talk about that. Okay, so I hope that all of these help you. I hope your team is not doing this. I hope you're not doing this. This was a really bad experience for me watching this. I was cringing the entire time during the call, and I wanted to make sure that you had it just right. By the way, if you want to make sure your demos are incredible, definitely check out my training. It's called Software Demo Secrets. Basically, I walk you through exactly how to do a demo, including what to do in all these scenarios, as well as many, many others, how you and your sales team can perform incredible demos. It's a step-by-step walkthrough. It's called Software Demo Secrets. There's a link down in the description. So when you hit that, it'll take you there and you can go grab the mini course. Now, I've designed this mini course, this Software Demo Secrets, to basically give you all of the secrets that a lot of the best sales reps are keeping to themselves. I want to make sure you have them. So hit that, grab it, and then also make sure you're subscribed here because I'm going to give you all kinds of formulas and techniques on how to have amazing software demos in the future. Okay, I hope this helped. Again, my name's Matt. I will see you next time. Take care.